Hi friends, good morning. Or, if you are watching this on demand, good evening or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for making this part of your day and hanging out with me, Subtle Doctor, as we work through Triangle Strategy. The lovely, lovely HD 2D game from Square Enix and Artdink.
前回覇者マクスウェル軍が激闘を繰り広げた決勝戦はマクスウェル軍の勝利で幕を閉じた。
Okay, so you may or may not recall, but in episode 2 of the series, we just finished the tournament. And our side, House Volfort, led by Serenoa, the new lord of the house, the new dude, since his dad is very, very sick. He's inherited the house, and we beat in the first round of the tournament the Hyzant group with 2 of the 7 saints in there, including Norzalia, which again is the Harry Potterist ass name I've heard in some time. But we beat them, and then the Dawn Spear of in the Glenbrook group beat us. We didn't get to play that. The controller was taken out of our hands, ostensibly, for that part. But now we proceed.
敗れたものの新当主セレノアの戦いぶりは改めて人々にウォルフォート家の部位を印象づける結果となる。
Good.
そして三国が集った式典と舞踏大会は盛況のうちに終了し、
Please let me know if the game volume needs to be
の代表はそれ
turned up.
帰国の途につくのであった。
Yeah, Grumpy, they like the second round, they basically just kind of faded out, and Serenoa wakes up and is like, oh my god, I feel like I've been hit by a truck. And it's like, well, the Dawn Spear ran game on you, so you don't get a chance to actually beat him. I think the first battle, though, you could lose, and that could, I'm assuming, like, affect the reputation of House Volfort. But we won that one, so there's no doubts, according to this narrative here, about our martial prowess. Chapter 3, Part 1, Whither the River Flows. Gorgeous water.
ご来賓のお見送りが本日最後の仕事です。すでにお分かりかとは思います
が。ああ。
Let's make sure they get home okay.
三国は微妙な均衡の上に成り立っているのだから。
Yeah, so the demo is indeed 3 chapters, but we have the full game. You may have noticed on the title screen it no longer says prologue demo, because we're playing through the full game. But yeah, if you got the demo of the game, you could play through everything that we've done on stream and more. So you get to play through 3 chapters. I don't know. So this is broken up into chapters. The chapter 3 has into parts. I don't know if the demo goes through all the parts. I've heard it's about 6 or 7 hours, and we are just coming up on 5 hours. We're like 440, so.
頼もしいよ、セレノア殿。僕はこのままノゼリア新鉱山の現場に詰める。いつでも訪ねてきてくれ。
ごきげんよう、フレデリック。
The mines are lovely this time of year.
会わないことを願っているわ。
Oh my god. Erica. You bitch.
なかなか無駄な時間だったよ。
Wow.
手柄自慢の式典に戦争ごっこ。いかにも古臭い王国、グリンブルクらしい余興だ。おっと、兄さんに告げ口でもされたらかなわない。
気にするな。
Big sister needs
僕
to
たちは僕たちの仕事をしっかりやり遂げる。
needs to do something about those two.
あの二人の比例は詫びよう。得るものの多い一日だった。
私もです、アブローラ将軍。
It's Sorsley End.
くそ、よく負けた。全部エグサムのせいだ。
Wow, we lost.
面白い勝負だった。またいつか手合わせしたいものだな。
世話になった。シモン殿にもヨシナに。
Now, Lila, I quite like a lot. I think she's really great. So she's one to watch as we go forward. I think she's got some interesting things going on because she is, I think, opposed to the country's export tax, or so. Just to say this correctly, so I don't get this wrong. Other countries importing salt from Hazant, she is very much opposed to their government taxing it so highly. You know, she doesn't think salt should be this thing that only wealthier people are able to access. All people need it to live, but she can't kind of go against the will of the theocracy that her government is. Like, the goddess's will is absolute. The goddess's voice, may I say, filtered through the mouth of the Hierophant. So take that with, pardon the pun, but a pinch of salt.
はい、必ず。
Schemer in chief here.
皆様方の船にはグリンブルクの名産
Laden with a bounty.
だけ積ませていただきました。レグナ王からのささやかな友好と感謝の証でございます。
そいつはいい。少しは来た甲斐があった。
It's just such a pleasure to have him around.
その品々は我らが潮の女神に捧げます。教皇様もお喜びになられることだろ
ウォルホート公、たった今レグナ王より機構に特命が下されました。グリンブルク王国の返礼施設として帰国船に同乗せよ。
返礼施設、つまり王の名代として相手国に出向き式典に参加いただいた礼を述べよということですね。
亡命とあらば喜んで。しかしエスフロストとハイサンド。
Oh, do I have to choose here? Do I have to pick? Oh.
王はウォルホート公の判断に任せると。
This is gonna be interesting.
もう片方の国には
ウォルホート家と同じグリーンブルクの御三家。
Oh boy.
向かわれます
What do we do, man? Oh, these decisions.
なぜ私には声がかからないのだ。我がテリオール家も御三家なのに。
Silvio.
進化としての器と忠義の差だろう。心の行いを振り返ってみることだ。
How embarrassing for you, Silvio.
今度の譲りの戦いぶり、しかと見せてもらった。一方は私が引き受け
Thanks, buddy.
どちらに行くかは飛行に任せる。
見聞を広め、御三家の筆頭にふさわしい立派な当主になってください。
Sure, Maxwell. I'm not really sure what you're trying to get at here. Maybe he's just trying to say, like, you make, like, the best decision regardless of personal biases?
ランドロイドのマクスウェル殿、ありがとう。
若さ、王はあえてあなたに判断を任された。その意味はお分かりですね。
Not really.
レグナ王は私の考え方を見るおつもりなのだろう。
Okay, well,
言う先に
all right, Mr. King.
なぜ
はい。今は両国ともに友好状態にあるゆえ、どちらに向かっても大きな問題はないでしょう。しかし今後、三国の関係がどう変化するかは分かりません。その国を選んだことは、ウォルホート家の行く末に少なからず影響を及ぼす可能性。
This is what I'm afraid of.
確かに慎重に考えねばな。
I mean, I feel like I don't want to throw my new wife's house under the bus is my, like, main instinct. It's like, Frederica, it's your family, you know, on the Esfrost ship. Some of them hate you, sure, but some of them are cool.
どちらの国に向かうべきか意見を集め。
Ah, the scales.
かしこまりました。
Maybe everyone else will provide sound arguments for doing Hazant, though. We'll see. Our first little meeting and consultation. Tavern is now available at the encampment. Sundry shop available at the encampment. Okay. I suppose we should see what those things are. Let's do a little savey here. Boy, I should never say that again. Encampment. Let's see what these new deals are here. Eagle-eyed Elder, welcome to the Sundry Shop. You can exchange your kudos for special wares. House Wolfort's always treated me well. If there's aught I can do to repay your kindness, you need only ask. You'll be able to promote units classes here too. Nice. Fear not, I'll let you know when one of your comrades is ready. At their Sundry Shop, exchange your kudos for items and promote your allies. Thank you. You just told us that! The trade post operates not on coin, but kudos. These kudos can be exchanged for all sorts of items, including quietuses and medals. Quietuses are commands executed immediately in battle and differ from abilities in 3 key ways. They do not consume a turn. They consume QP, not TP. Each quietus may be used only once. Medals are used to promote a unit's class. They come in limited quantities, and new medals will be added as the story progresses. Huh. Okay, so I have 43 kudos. I want to buy this lore. Secret Tactics, Scroll of Heaven. Alright. The rest of these we do not have the scratch for. Until next time. Okay, is this our... The barkeep. The tavern. Full Fort soldiers will have a place to relax so long as I'm around, and I plan on sticking with you till the end. Perhaps you ought to consider dropping in for a drink and a chat every so often too, my lord. Well, maybe that's what we'll do. Sorry, just checking a text message. We will continue. You can engage in mental mock battles at the tavern. Each battle is different, so choose the one that best suits your aims. Okay, so we can gain materials from these mock battles and practice, right? So basic training, I don't think we need to do this one for sure, like the flat surface one, but the pincer attack at the harbor we might do. The enemy troops are divided into 2 regiments. Think carefully about your approach before deploying. Things will quickly turn sour if you become surrounded, so pay attention. We won't do it yet, just because I want to equip accessory here. Do I not? Okay, so I guess I don't do it from this menu. Where do I equip accessories from? Inventory? Yeah, this is a way to do it, I suppose. So let's see what this. So increases max HP by 10. Let's give it to Frederica. And now let's look at the War Chronicle, because we got some sweet notes. All right, time for a lore dump. Let me take a sip of Diet Pepsi before I read. Secret Tactics, Scroll of Heaven. Cavalry and Hawk Riders are known for their superior mobility. This grants them the ability to move freely across the battlefield, although venturing too far from their allies leaves them without support and puts them at risk of a concentrated enemy attack. They should therefore stay close to the main force and utilize their mobility to either flank or get behind enemies who draw near. While acting alone can be dangerous, a team of 3 or more cavalry units or Hawk Riders can prove quite advantageous. They can provide much needed support to each other and actively intercept enemy troops or assail soldiers lurking in the distance. Doing so would separate them from allies with healing magic, so taking recovery pellets would be a must. Alone, cavalry units and Hawk Riders are challenging to handle. By the way, taking a recovery pellet, I guess it's just saying keep them in stock because it's not like Fire Emblem where everyone has their own item bag. There's a common item bag. Alone cavalry units and Hawk Riders are challenging to handle, but their real strength lies in their numbers. So what is the best way to make use of their exceptional mobility? The question gives insight into a commander's true worth. One must be swift, but never hasty. Speed can be your greatest asset or your greatest enemy. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, history of Glenbrook. The Kingdom of Glenbrook is the oldest of the 3 nations existing today. Though there have been changes to the branch families, the blood of the founder still runs strong in the veins of the current king, Regna. The Holy State of Hazant asserts that their nation was founded first, according to the goddess's scriptures, and that Glenbrook's long history is a fabrication of later generations. Glenbrook has continued to ignore this claim. The Grand Duchy of Aesfrost was founded by the Archduke's family, who shared a common ancestor with the royal family of Glenbrook. They insisted upon their right to succeed the throne up until the Salt Iron War began, and denied the current royal family's rule. But when the war began, they acknowledged the family's legitimacy, and the two nations formed a secret alliance. Okay, so they teamed up against his aunt. It is said that King Regna required the former Archduke, Sigmund, to officially recognize his rule in order to enter into an alliance. Alright, development of the Norzalia Consortium. Norzalia is the name of the nation which Regna rules over, and Glenbrook, Aesfrost, and his aunt are kingdoms within that nation. After the Saltiron War fought over Hazant's sole ownership of salt, the Norzalia Consortium was established to oversee the equal distribution of salt and iron to the realm. The three nations brought together trade specialists to create this neutral and impartial organization, as agreed upon in the Accords. The consortium's success in fair trade contributed greatly to the reconstruction of Norzalia, which had been ravaged by the war. The kingdom of Glenbrook, rich in agriculture and fisheries, prospered due to the stable influx of salt from the consortium. The people were able to produce large quantities of salted meals, dried fish, dairy products, and more. Exports of these goods helped restore national power. Glenbrook benefited quite a bit from the salt trade opening up. Though it was thought to be the dawn of a new age for Norzalia, Hazant began to strengthen its voice within the consortium as the reconstruction progressed. In Aesfrost, on the other hand, the situation could not have been worse. Its already small population suffered the greatest number of casualties during the war, and reviving the iron industry was taking longer than anticipated. To make matters worse, salt prices soared within the duchy due to taxes and transportation fees from the distant Hazant. Though iron exports were meant to balance salt exports. Iron exports were meant to balance salt imports. The nation's labor and iron shortage caused it to accrue a large trade deficit. Sucks, man. One of the allies getting the short end of the stick here. Though the consortium was meant to adjust that imbalance, it did not take any drastic measures. Rather, it leaned more toward Hazant and establishing salt as the main axis of trade. There are some who believe that the Hierophant, unable to accept that the war ended in a draw due to the injuries on all sides, had a hand in this and wished Aesfrost to take responsibility for the war. Though the truth is unknown, it is undeniable that Aesfrost is the only nation at such a major disadvantage. The duchy's dissatisfaction naturally mounted. So they're calling them nations. I guess I should do that too. So Aesfrost, the kingdom of Glenbrook, and Hazant are nations. And I guess Norzalia is like the continent? Either way, Norzalia is the big thing that the king rules over. And then the three smaller entities within the big thing are Aesfrost, Glenbrook, Hazant. Let's see. The truth is unknown and is undeniable. Aesfrost is the only nation at such a major disadvantage. The duchy's dissatisfaction naturally mounted. The word duchy. And a tension much like the one before the Saltiron War began descended upon Norzalia. A concerned King Regna and Simon Volfor then summoned the other nations to participate in a joint mining venture at the Grand Norzalian Mines. Their aim was not only to ease the tension between the duchy and the Holy State, but also offer support for the former's iron industry and correct the trade imbalance between both nations. The entire realm watches this new venture with hopeful eyes, praying that it will finally create the much-needed balance between salt and iron and restore the original functions of the Norzalia Consortium. So that mine is the one that they're talking about, that the characters were talking about last episode, opening up, that Dragon is talking about. And he's very excited about it opening. the joint mining venture at the Grand Norzalian mines. If it succeeds, then perhaps our realm will finally know peace, and the tragedies of the Saltire War will be a thing of the past. The eternal Norzalia River. The Norzalia River has two tributaries with unique properties. The western branch, running from the snowy Norzalian mountains, is filled with water year-round. Although the water levels are now under control, the tributary was once quite turbulent and prone to floods. Many areas with swift currents still remain, however, and prove challenging to inexperienced sailors. Only Esfrost ships, armed with the full knowledge of the river's waters, are able to navigate those currents. Huh. Okay. So, if one were to invade there, a naval invasion would be bad. Because only Aesfrost, like, knows the water route very well. The other tributary, stemming from the eastern deserts, flows calmly throughout. The gentle sloping of the river also allows for easy upstream passage. Water transport flourishes for most of the year, although low water levels in some seasons make the voyage near impossible for large vessels. The two branches converge into a single mighty river at Glenbrook and flow south to Norzalia Falls. Okay, we've read all the notes. So, I think now, maybe we can we do a weapon upgrade? I don't know if we have the materials. Yeah, we're low on materials. But we have money. Can we buy raw? We can buy raw materials. Ooh. Okay, but we need some more of these. Oh, so you can just buy as many as you want. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I want to upgrade. Who do I want to upgrade? I mean, stone and iron. Let's upgrade Anna's dagger. I really liked what she was able to do. So I'll buy well, I'll go ahead and buy, no, I'll just buy one. And a stone. Thank you, please come again. Alright, Anna. So we could do weapon damage, speed, physical, HP, accuracy. I'm gonna do weapon damage up. Alright, so we got 600. I think we should use the rest of that on pellets. Yeah, I mean, thank you. Please come again. All right, let's do a mock battle here and try to get some fiber and some experience, I guess. Victory, decimate the enemy, defeat, lose all allied forces. The wind is breezy. Deployed units and reserve units. There's a limit to the number of units you may deploy. Units over the threshold go into reserves and will not participate. Use the X button to access the screen where you can change deployed and reserve units. Ah, it gives you a recommended. Interesting. No penalty if you don't deploy the recommended units. Interesting. So let's see who they I think okay, so there's only 6 out. Can we swap in but Benedict's is level 2 and I need to get him leveled up to level 3. That's the reason I'm not bringing in those two. I really want to... We'll stick with these ones. Because Benedict is almost there. Frederica, of course, we're not taking out. They're really close. Yeah. Alright. So the idea is not to get surrounded here. Let's go ahead and begin the battle. We've been pincered, but hopefully we can break through this a little bit. The battle begins. So I'd like to try to claim the high ground if it's possible. Okay, so Anna gets to move first. Then who is moving? Let's see. So this guy's moving. One of them and one of these guys. This guy, okay. It's gonna throw poison. Who do I want to throw poison at? Probably this guy who's gonna get his turn. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. You've been poisoned. And then I'll throw some more poison at this guy. Leveled up, fools. And now I'll do this, so if they want to attack my back, they'll have to hop on the low ground. Oh, man. Don't like her getting attacked head on. Oh, that's no good. Oh, that's just bad. That's just real, real bad. Man, she's hurting too. So who will get turns? Oh, that person's gonna... Well, he's gonna try to attack. I don't know if he'll be able to. He's got a knife. He could throw a knife, I guess. Okay, it won't be the archer that gets a turn. It'll be one of these tools up here. Yeah. So I don't know if I have to, like, heal her. I think I'm gonna try to bounce this guy, I guess. Well... Or should I, like, establish myself up here? Kind of leave her unprotected, though, which I really am just loath to do. Okay, let's... Don't think I can heal her anyway. I think you have to be right next to someone to give a recovery pellet. So I can't heal her, so I'm just going to try to ping this fool. Ah, eat a book in the face. She's leveled up. Does that mean... Does that mean she gets all of her HP back? I hope so. Oh, you jerk. Just walking up and hitting her in the face. Okay, so she does not get all of her... Well, she got a little bit of HP. Let's see. Can I attack whoever's going to get their turn next? It's going to be this big boy, right? Yeah. Could delay him, I guess, but no, I can't even go that far. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh, man. Almost, Alright, so we're gonna protect the princess with an HP recovery pellet. Bulwark he learned. Interesting. Come on, club. See what you got. Don't like that at all. Really don't like leaving her exposed. And man, she's like, oh. Okay. Gonna have to just keep her here and have her cure herself. Whoops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to bump the mic stand. Should I move anywhere? I mean, I feel like no matter where I put her, she's just like in the line of fire currently with the current setup, so I mean, get poisoned. A bandit healer. Dang. Didn't even know that was a thing. Alright. Let's... I wanna... Don't mind putting her more in the line of fire. Oh, especially to get 3 of these guys. We're gonna claim that high ground. We're gonna do it. Oh man, Anna just hanging tough up there. Can I not move behind this guy? I guess not, for whatever reason. Maybe just because I can't step between these two and I'd have to go around, and I don't know. I don't know. All right. So let's get this goon. And then I mean, we could kill this guy, but yeah, I mean, look, Anna has been taking a lot of hits, so I'm hopeful. We're just gonna put our faith in her that she can hold out. Roland, I'm less sure of holding out. Is anybody particularly weak to these? I don't see. Don't think so. So let's go ahead and take care of this guy. I'm pro killing units when possible. Let's protect Gila. Man, their healer hasn't done jack shit. I was afraid that they had one, but no big deal. I'm gonna delay this guy's turn. Can't get to this guy, but I want to delay this guy's turn. Okay, we got Gila. Gonna move her out of harm's way, I think. Try to, anyway. Can't get her down there, but... Okay, so we'll put her here. Because if the Bruiser moves to attack her, the Bruiser will be giving up the high ground. Because I'll have to step on that lower step. And, you know, I just can't see him doing that very easily. Alright, we definitely want to protect Her Highness's back here. So Bulwark, raise an ally's physical defense and magic defense for 3 turns. Let's do that. Gila just healed herself. Well, they have full HP, so maybe we don't need to worry too much about that. Roland's definitely going to have to do some heavy lifting, though, so we'll give him some a buff. Oh, these freaking bow and arrows that get the back hits. Just irritating. Ah, can do so much damage. Oh, it's so glorious. Oh, I realized I just... Man, I hope I didn't really, truly screw his back up. Benedict, by leaving it unprotected. Gonna bounce you around, son. Alright. We'll end your turn rather than using a pellet. I mean, she needs more HP, but no one's gonna come up here and mess with her. Run away. Maybe I can aggro someone rather than keeping him safe, because Serenoa's got so much HP. I really don't mind if he takes an arrow strike. Now, you, I would like to back up for sure. Let's... You know, again, Roland probably going to be taking some shots. So we'll give him a buff. Roland, I think it's the... No, Benedict, rather, I mean to say. Heal Benedict. And get those spoils. Don't want them to disappear. Oh my god. Alright. So she only has the one. The one TP. So we're gonna move her up here and end her turn. Ah, Shimata. Indeed. Alright. Alright. Enough of this. Get off my stairs. We should be able to eliminate this bruiser now. Ping pong. Boom. What you got for me? Let's get Benedict some XP. Does anybody need... Let's heal Anna. She could use some HP. And that gets Gila some XP. Without using an item. And we'll magic you. Get out of here. Run away.
仕事の時間です。
勝つぞ。
Okay, so Roland, gonna get all up in that. Can I go around the other side? No, it's have to be here. Let's chase.
勝利への糸口は
Just protecting his back, just in case.
負けられない。
Can I? Nope. Don't have enough TP to do a magic. Run away some more. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
ご命令を。
出番だな。
All right.
この槍を受けよ。いける。
Gonna get a lot of XP from hunting you down.
とどめ。
Oh, there was a spoil down there. How did I miss that? Ah, dang it. My convictions have strengthened. 15 kudos, 140 coins, and an iron. I believe I should have gotten a fiber as well from that. Shadon. Yeah, no triangles. Yeah, I know. Don't be a stranger. Did you give me the iron? I thought I was supposed to get an iron. Not an iron. A fiber. Oh, that was in the spoils bag I missed. All right. So we did that mock battle. Let's go ahead and save it and return to the story. We shall leave the encampment. Listen, I want fiber to upgrade my weapons. What weapons are those? Couldn't tell you. I can't remember which one needs the fiber. Okay, so the main story. Serenoa decides whether his house will make the journey to the Grand Duchy. Oh, that's right. I have to pick which kingdom to escort. And we have to do the scales. Oh, the first deliberation.
そのようなわけで、セレノア様は返礼施設の退任を仰せつかった。
エスフロスト公国と聖ハイサンド大教国、どちらに向かうべきか意見を聞かせてもらいたい。そして新年の天秤の前で各々の判断を示してほしい。
So we get to talk with each one of them and possibly influence them.
進むべき道を決めようと思う。
And then they place their tokens in the scales of conviction.
多数決を取るというのか。
はい。全員の意見に耳を傾け、共に歩いていく。それがウォルホート家。
So we'll see how good of a persuasive house leader I am here.
この天秤にかけて皆で選んだ道ならば、どんな道であろうと。 私は当主の責任を全うします。
No fiber, no clothes.
本当に大したやつだよ。お前は。
Hey man, a lot of weight on my shoulders, buddy.
セレノア様のお覚悟はわかる。
This is not, you know, me and you skipping out on some ceremony, gallivanting around. Those days are behind me.
よし、決めた。 俺もこの外遊についていく。
Of course.
もちろんお忍びでな。だから先導は任せるぞ、ウォルフォート公。
王子、そんな勝手な。
Oh, he's doing it, Huet.
お前は残ってもいいぞ。
お供します。私はロラン王子の親衛隊ですから。
Yeah, she's not leaving his side.
わかりました。共に行きましょう。
ちょうど新年のコインと同じ人数になりましたね。
セレノア様が初めて天秤に問おうとされた時に偶然7人が揃うなんて。
なんだか不思議ですね。
偶然ではないさ。おそらく我々は共に歩む運命なのだ。
ええ、
Thank you,
きっ
heavens.
とそうだ。
では若様、皆に1枚ずつ
One coin, one vote.
のコインを渡して。
Just like in the Constitution.
わかった。皆、それぞれ思うところを話してもらいたい。しかる後、新年の天秤にコインを乗せ、ウォルホート家が進むべき進路を決めよう。
Okay. And this is a big choice. I'm assuming bad shit is going to happen when we escort them home, either to us or the other kingdom, or to both. Ace Frost or his aunt. Would that we had time to visit both. Although I may not have my own token of conviction, it is my duty to lend an ear to their arguments. An honest exchange of opinions will hopefully lead to a decision that satisfies all who vote. Voting. The path of the story will be determined by the consensus of your party as played out through voting scenes. Each of your allies will cast their vote according to his or her own convictions. As a player, you will be bound to the decision of the majority. Ah, democracy. The tyranny. The tyranny of the vote. Before voting commences. Persuasion. Before voting commences, you may attempt to persuade the others to change their minds. Whether or not your attempt succeeds will only be revealed when the votes are cast. The strength of Serenoa's convictions will affect the chances of success. The key to winning over your party is gathering the necessary information beforehand. That information may not always be found in the same room where the votes are cast, so be proactive in talking to everyone you meet on your journey. Yeah, so we've done that. We've talked to everyone, and up to this point, we've read all the lore. So, Anna is undecided currently. Roland and Huet and Eridor want to travel to Aesfrost. And isn't it funny that the Aesfrosty princess, Frederica, wants to travel to his aunt? You know, she's already seen her home country, I guess, and she, you know, probably doesn't want to hang out with Erica and her brother because they are trash. And the ever practical-minded Benedict wants us to travel to his aunt, and Gila is Frederica's aide, so they kind of are a package deal. Let's talk to the undecided voter, Anna. Where you go, I shall follow. Still, I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter, my lord. Okay. I will postpone this persuasion for a moment, because I don't really... Okay. Oh. Roland. Why do you think we should go to Aesfrost? Aesfrost will be a close partner in the days ahead. It would be wise to see how they live, don't you think? This one should listen to reason. So I guess I should only try to persuade people whose opinion is different than what I want, because it wouldn't make sense, I guess, to... Oh, but I want to hear what they all have to say. can't very well say his aunt holds much appeal to me. Sorsley and Exarm are too clever by half. I'm sure the people of Aesfrost will give a warm reception, even if their weather won't. Hey, guard, what do you say? Prince Frane and Minister Patriot are waiting to see off our esteemed guests. They said to ask them if you have any questions on the matter. Ooh, I could talk to them and make some decisions too. I'll do that momentarily. Benedict. His aunt's Ministry of Medicine is said to be a beacon of progress in both medicine and magic. I believe we could greatly benefit from seeing the fruits of their knowledge with our own eyes. Oh, wait a minute, what did it say? They will listen at the very least. Hewitt, what say you? Aesfrost soldiers are said to be among the strongest in all of Norzalia. However, that is only hearsay. I mean to judge them for myself. Listen to reason. Frederica. I've always wondered when I might visit the country where my mother was born. Oh, right. I forgot her mother was from his aunt. Or I didn't know. So she was the daughter of the Duke of Aesfrost and the concubine rather than the Duke and Duchess. How does she spend her youth? I would very much like to see. Oh, wait a minute. What was her? I missed what her description was. I'd have better luck talking to a stone wall. Until now, Frederica's position has offered her few chances to visit his aunt. Deepening your relations with the Holy State would doubtless be to your benefit as well. Why not use this opportunity to let Frederica realize a long-held wish in the meantime? Negotiating may yet prove fruitful. Alright, look. This is pretty convincing that the wife wants to go to his aunt. But I'm going to go over here. I just wanted to see how far I could get. The deep holy state, indeed. Okay, Franny. Lord Volford, I know your position as head of your house comes with many responsibilities, but being party to Roland's fancies is not one of them. I hope you understand that. Okay, so now we have these choices, which, for anyone joining for the first time, again, like, these decisions you have to make a triangle of decisions, possible decisions. They manipulate unseen, like, meters. So there's these three stats, morality, liberty, and utility. And when you make these decisions, these three choice decisions, you are moving around those invisible meters. And that also dictates how people feel about you. It dictates persuasion. It dictates where you can go in the story, how it will branch. It dictates recruitment. You know, you might have a not high enough or too high of a certain stat for someone to want to join you. And we'll see consequences of all this as we go forward in the game. There should be a limit break mechanic called trigonometry. That would be perfect. Okay, so here are the choices. Roland is doing what he can for the kingdom in his own way. As his older brother, I'm sure you can see that. Choice 2. Roland may be a prince, but he is also like a brother to me. I swear to do all I can in service of the crown. I appreciate your concern, Prince Franny, and I hope that you and I can be friends as well, just like our fathers before us. I don't want to, like, poke Franny, even though I, the player, really dislike him. I don't think I want Serenoa to be too aggressive to him, so I think we're going to go with this middle choice here. He may be a prince, but he's like a brother to me. My convictions have been strengthened. A brother, you say? You mean to take my place as that fool's older sibling then? Jeez. I didn't mean to offend you. Of course not. There's no way I could replace you, Prince Franny. But because you are brothers in truth, it stands to reason that you would bicker like siblings. Perhaps it will be good for the royal family if I were to be a buffer between you two. What a curious man you are to offer to play such a part, says Franny. Do as you please, but I suggest holding on tightly to his reins if you do. Okay, look at this schemer. I mean, has anyone looked more like a schemer than Patriot? King Regna expects great things of you, Lord Serenoa. If there is anything I can do to be of service, simply say the word. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, man. Which one do I want to know more about? I should like to learn more about Hazant, the Holy State. I know they lay claim to the source and thus all of Norzalia's salt. I should like to know more about Frederica's home. I hear the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost is known for its views on freedom. Or 3, I should like to hear more about our home of Glenbrook. Are there any problems I should be aware of? So I want to, I think, as like the head of state, or no, I'm not the head of state. Misspoke. That's Regna. As the head of my house and a bannerman for the king, I feel like I should want to hear more about Glenbrook, but also I feel like this choice might be like, oh, Patriot might be like, oh, weren't you paying attention, son? Don't you know? So I think I'm going to ask about a foreign land here. I think I'm going to ask about Hazant. But of course, your curiosity is only natural, seeing as your domain shares a border with the Holy State itself. Hazant is a very devout nation that reveres the goddess of salt and her teachings. The citizens are, I think the goddess of salt, Shadon, should be a fighting game deity. And you all should pray to it before every match. The citizens are her followers, and they are led by her oracle, the Hierophant, along with the rest of the Saintly Seven. This is all stuff we know already. Hazant itself is mostly a desert wasteland, we didn't know this, with the exception of the source. They claim complete ownership over the salt within it, declaring it to be a divine boon from the goddess, therefore making it Norzalia's most wealthy and powerful nation. I heard that the people there enjoy peaceful and prosperous lives, because they tax the shit out of that salt. You heard right, but appearances can sometimes be deceiving. As you may already know, it is probably best not to take a Rosalian like Lady Frederica should you choose to go to Hazant. Pray forgive me, I forget myself sometimes. I hope my foolish ramblings have not clouded your judgment. The decision is yours to make, Lord Serenoa, and I am sure you will choose most wisely. Oh, hell. No. So if we take her, we'll offend them. Part of me just wants to say, you know what? Kick rocks. But I don't want to just, I don't know, throw up a middle finger to Hazant. It may take effort, but they can be swayed. She really wants to go. So hard. It is good info. It's great info, but Grumpy, you're totally right. I just is like, man. I don't want to go against the wife. This one will not be easily swayed. So their sort of stances or the possibility of your persuasion has changed now, because she used to be like it would be easier to negotiate with a brick wall, and now we can get her to listen to reason if I want to go to Aesfrost. But boy, oh boy, do I want to go to Aesfrost, because there are some tool bags there. Exactly. You know, this, I think, Grumpy, you put it very well, right? Like, you make your wife sad, and, you know, and make your in-laws happy. You know, not offend a government, or, you know, offend a government and make your wife happy. Oh, what do I do here? Let's see. What do I want to do? I think I'm gonna try to talk Frederica out of this time. As much as I hate that. I want to jump off the roof. No, as much as I hate that, I think this time we should go to Ace Frost. All right. If your heart is truly set on Ace Frost, I would be curious to know your reasons. Okay, so yeah, we got the captured smuggler info, and that that unlocked a choice we can make. I wish to know more about my betrothed. What better way to do that than to visit her home? Although Ace Frost may be cold, I find the chill much more preferable to the heat. A story I heard of a particularly skilled smuggler caught my attention. They even sent the military after him. I wonder what he could have been peddling. I don't really care about that very much. So there's no choice in here about, I'm glad that you have interest in knowing more of your bride-to-be, as I am certain she is as well. I believe I've had more than enough food for thought. Gila is deep in thought. Alright, let's try to persuade Benedict. Maybe we can tell him that, Rosalians would be, but I wonder if Patriot's lying to us, though. Oh, I thought of that. Alright. I wish to visit the Grand Duchy, but we're already down this path, so I'm just sort of, like, seeing how to replay the game. What we're gonna do. We play it again. What interest have you in the Grand Duchy of Ace Frost? Their country is built on unfettered trade. Being lord of a mercantile hub, this idea holds great interest. I would like to visit Frederica's home, both to sate my own curiosity and for the sake of our marriage. I've heard much of the grandeur of Ace Frost City. A lord should take an interest in how life is lived in other nations. I mean, I think these are all true, but I'm going to go with, like, you know, this one feels like what, you know, the whole trade thing feels like what Benedict would want to hear. Being lord of a mercantile hub, this idea holds great interest for me. Ah, yes, certainly a fascinating aspect of their society. However, I find Hazant's claims of universal equality to be even more intriguing. I appreciate your point of view, my lord. There is much I must think over before I reach a final decision. Of course, if you have further thoughts on the matter, then I would be all too glad to hear them. Knowledge is the foundation of power. We could learn much by wandering the archives for a spell. Ace Frost achievements in ironwork are second to none. Truth be told, I find Ace Frost chilling winds more appealing. That I feel like that he will not give a shit about that one. You're right. So I saved before this, Grumpy, and I could go back if I wanted to and replay it. That is absolutely true. So yeah, we could go to the archives. Ah, the archives, the seat of the world's knowledge. Even the most erudite among us is but a fool before those countless tomes. You've given me much to consider. I shall take your perspective into account when making my decision. No, he appears indifferent to your plea. Okay. Frederica, I have always wondered when I might visit the country where my mother was born. Yeah, okay, so you wish to visit Ace Frost, might I ask why? The people of Hazant may not be so welcoming as you believe. I want to see more of your homeland as your betrothed. I feel the curiosity is only natural. Truth be told, I prefer the cold. I wonder. I wonder if I should take the negative, or like, yeah. I mean, this is what opened up to us, and he'd just be like, look, you're great, but these people, they might not like your pink hair. I want to say both. I want to see your homeland, but I think we're going to go with this one. No. No. Please, I do not need others to presume upon my feelings. I am proud of the hair my mother gave me and do not concern myself with the opinions of others. You seem to have given quite a bit of thought to this question, Sarah Noah. If we do travel to Esfrost, how would you like to spend our visit? I intend to see a relation between our nations deepened as much as for our own marriage as for the future of our mining venture. I was hoping you could show me your home if you are willing. I want to see a society built by the ambitious, a society free from stifling pomp and circumstance. Let's go with the middle. I was hoping you could show me your home if you are willing. Truly? Then I shall do my level best to show you the finest Esfrost has to offer. I hope it is everything you imagine. If it isn't, well, promise not to think worse of me. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. I shall consider them as I come to form my own opinion. She's indifferent to my plea. Oh. No, only Gila appeared to be deep in thought. Oh, man. All right. Let's examine. Let's see how this goes. This went very poorly for me. Oh my god. Yep. Let's commence the voting. Here we go. Voting.
では、投票を始めよう。エスフロスト公国と聖ハイサンド大教国。どちらもそれぞれ
That was quite the learning experience. Love the way the characters react. I mean, you know, that just because you find out a piece of hidden information doesn't mean, right, that like that you that just you revealing it to people, they'll be like, oh my god, we roll over for you. You're so right about everything, you know. My apologies, but I believe there is too much to be gained from visiting the Ministry of Medicine. Sure. I'm sorry, but I fear if I don't see his aunt now, I will regret it. That's okay. You made a convincing argument, a desirable attribute in a young lord. Okay, so we convinced her. Can't wait for the CNN analysis. To the Grand Duchy of Acefrost. I moved one person. Anna, I thought you were indifferent. Why did you choose his aunt?
道は定められた。我らはエスフロスト公国へ向かう。
My convictions have been strengthened. Oh, I wonder if I made the right decision. I don't really feel good about this. Feel really strange about it.
ウォルホート家はエスフロスト公国へ向かう。皆、この道が我らにとって正しいもの。
Definitely not happy.
力を尽くしてもらいたい。
パトリアト殿、我らはエスフォルスト公国に向かいます。
承知しました。では王の名代としてグスタドルフ総帥に感謝と友好の意をお伝えください。
So as to avoid problems. Definitely the next decision. I feel I'm gonna go with what Frederica wants to do.
貴公が我が国を選んでくれたこと、グスタドルフ総帥にお伝えしよう。頼もしい妹婿を持ったと喜ばれることだろう。
And maybe the next time, you know, it's like choose Hazant or Aesfrost. Maybe the next time we'll choose Hazant. Yeah, cold welcome indeed. Yes, it is going to be downright frosty.
私も総帥閣下にお会いするのが楽しみです。
最悪ね。またこの女と一緒なんて。
Oh, Erica. Please fall off the boat.
まったくだ。せっかくの土産が腐りそうだ。
Why did I choose this one? I wanted to protect my wife. And it's going so poorly.
フレデリカ、あなたはウォルホート城に残った方がいいのでは。
大丈夫です。共に参ります。
Okay. Part 1. So Whither the River Flows completed. Save your game.
Reguna 王より返礼施設の退任を仰せつかったセレノアは、ノゼリアを分かつように流れるノゼリア大河を船で遡り、1
Shuffling across the map.
間もなくゴルホート家一行は雪深い山脈のふもとにそびえる巨大な門へとたどり着く。エスフロスト公国の入り口にして、グスタドルフ総帥に次ぐ実力者スバロームが治める要塞、相当の門である。
Svarog. At Twinsgate. Second in power to the Archduke. Part 2, A Land of Snow and Ice. Hey, it's that guy from Gundam Wing. It's the Oz man, the man that is like Trace's like boss. Careful drivers.
何？最小として当然の務めさ。
Notice how he was like, you know, Avlora, Erica, Thalos. The crags are lovely as ever. Ineffectual Politician 3.
スバローグ殿、返礼施設として参られたセレノア殿です。
Svarog.
ウォルホート家のあなたがフレデリカの婿殿か。
That's me.
セレノア・ウォルホートです。 わざわざのお出迎え感謝いたします。
ご挨拶痛み入る。スバローグ・エスフロストだ。ここ総統の門の守りを任されている。
ドラガンのお父上、そして私やグスタドルフ総帥の叔父でもあります。
ずいぶん早い里帰りだな、フレデリカ。婿殿を自慢したくて仕方ないと見える。
おじさまそんなんじゃ。
Excuse me. You embarrass me.
生き生きとしている。お前、婿殿、フレデリカを頼む。
No, well, I think we've already started down that road, unfortunately.
はい、肝に銘じます。
責任重大だな、友よ。
ロラン殿下もご一緒とは。
久しいな、スバローグ殿。今回はウォルホート公の友として扱ってほしい。
お忍びということですな。承知しました。
A secret visit. Say no more.
共同採掘ではドラガン殿にお世話になっています。彼の技術と実行力は今回の取り組みに欠かせないものだ。
大言総合を吐いてご迷惑をかけたはずだ。どうか許されよ。しかし、あやつは本気で新しい時代を切り開こうとしている。貴公らの若い力を幾ばくかでも愚息にお貸しいただけるとありがたい。
もちろんです。
スバローグ殿はご子息に期待されているのだな。
お恥ずかしい。父親とは愚かなものでしてな。
You know, I am also a little bit scared of this, Grumpy. I totally hear you. That Patriot. Why did I trust him? I said he looked like a schemer, and then I trusted his information. Oh.
グスタドルフ総帥はエスフロスト首都の岩壁城におられる。
では我々はこれにて。
I do not feel good about this at all. I'm gonna save at a different spot. Oh, it doesn't even matter because I already saved over it there. Well, we gotta live with our choice no matter what now. House Wolfort arrives at Ironstone, where they are greeted by Archduke Gustadolf. I wonder if there is anything new in the encampment in terms of, well, we haven't gotten any money or whatever, but I wonder if they're like, here's a new mock battle. Yeah, okay, so we've already done that one. The fiber! I don't want to do the other one again, so we'll just exit. And the first one just seems so basic that, like, why? The throne room. The Duke himself, Gustadolf, the Archduke, rather.
グスタドルフである。貴公がウォルフォート家の新たな当主か。
The very same.
はい、セレノア・ウォルホートです。拝謁できて光栄です、総帥閣下。共同採掘へのご助力と式典へのご参加に対し、グリンブルク王国を代表して感謝申し上げます。
返礼、確かに受け取った。セレノア殿、気候の舞踏大会での健闘ぶりは
I mean, we did alright. We beat those Hazans.
英雄シモンの後継ぎの実力、いずれ私にも見せてもらう。
Well, you may be getting your chance sooner than later.
偉大な父に追いつけるよう一層努力してまいります。
励むがいい。婚礼後は義弟として頼りにしたい。とはいえ、ノゼリアは変わりつつある。
Well, this is good to hear. I hope this is like his true feeling on the matter.
そこで三国共同採掘に対する機構の率直な意見を聞いておきたい。
Okay, before we reveal to him our honest thoughts, I just have to step away for just a moment. Be right back. All right, we return. What do we think about the mining accord? I believe it is an important alliance that may bring harmony to our three nations. It is a lucrative enterprise that stands to benefit all of our nations equally. I cannot shake the fear that our visions do not align. This fragile alliance may not hold. This is so pessimistic. So this mining accord. Let's go with harmony rather than the money.
「対立してきた三国に平和をもたらす意義のある取り組みだと考えます。
模範的な回答だな。
Oh,
それは理
God.
でしかない。採掘に関わるすべての国が同じ平和を望んでいるとは限るまい。
恐れながら総帥閣下の理想とは。
もちろんノゼリアに平和をもたらすことだ。すべての民が自由に生きられるような。フレデリカ、お前の役目も重要だ。エスフロストの名に恥じぬようセレノア殿を支えるのだぞ。
はい、兄様。
ロラン殿下、今回はお忍びとのことゆえ儀礼は省かせていただく。
お気遣い感謝します。
しかし第二王子ともあろう方が単身で外遊とは。お父、
もう子供ではない。見聞を広めることこそ王子の務めでしょ
う。良い心がけですな。ならば我が国が誇る大
We would like to see them.
古今の書籍を集めた施設です。本の数はハイサンドの違法院にも負けないはずです。
それは興味深い。ぜひとも見学させていただきたい。
ゴルホート家も共に来るがいい。
よろしいのですか。大書院には様々な機密文書が保管されていると聞きます。
もちろん国の機密は明かせぬが
You won't get access to those rooms.
我らはすでにフレデリカと新鉱山とで結ばれた盟友なのだからな。
Meanwhile,
すまん。ここで塩を安く流してもらえると聞いたのだ。
this guy.
ああ、知らねえな。他を当たれ。
頼む。これは手付けだ。
必要な量は
できるだけ大量に手付けの10倍の金を用意する。
今は品切れだ。今夜金を持ってこの地図の場所に来い。
お前の顔は覚えた。妙な真似はするなよ。
分かった。あそこか、地図にある場所は。ほらよ、シクレスの旦那。取引場所見つけたぜ。
さすが元。
Is he a cop?
お手柄だぞ、ルドルフ。
これで俺の罪を取り消してくれるんだよな。
御社の約
It looks like he's a cop.
今日は事件が重なって憲兵が出払っているんだ。奴らを捕らえるためにもう一働き頼みたい。
This wasn't part of the deal.
御社と引き換えに命をかけろって。勘弁してくれ。
頼む。あいつらは混ぜ物だらけの塩で貧しい人々から金を巻き上げ、何としても捕らえたいのだ。
Gowled.
分かったよ。手伝えばいいんだろ
う。助かる。ルドルフ、お前は罪人にしておくには惜しい男だな。
おだてるな。だが、あんたも見てたよな。取引となれば、大勢の手だれを連れてくるはずだ。
火星が。
A possible party member here. The Duke's Archives. No, not those Duke's Archives.
ここが大書院。凄まじい本の山だ。
ノゼリアの英知がここに集まっている。他国ではすでに散逸した書や禁書とされた本すら。
重要施設という割には人が多いですね。
みんな学者たちですよ。さまざまな研究のために書籍を利用しているんです。
全員が学者なのですか？
兄は取り立てるものの身分や性別、その他一切を問いません。今のエスフロストでは意欲と才を示せば公平に機会が与えられるのです。
何よりも実力重視、そして自由な研究が許されているんです。
懐の広い方なのだな。
ええ。
これがエスフロストが優れた技術を生み出している理由か。
この一角が我が国と鉄の歴史、そして技術についてまとめた書物の場所だ。
Am I now going to have to make a decision like which tomes would you like to read? And those influence skill development or something?
かつて我らは山に住む貧しい狩猟の民であった。だが初代総帥が鉄を生み出し、全てが始まった。武器や工具、農具に車輪、そして巨大な建物や船。鉄は様々な道具となり、
A nation built by iron.
変えてくれた。
Iron down its veins.
エスフロストの歴史は常に鉄と共にある。鉄は我らの誇りであり、心の支えだ。
So, just we'll say briefly, I'm just thinking about the voting system, you know, and the consequences and how everything played out. I'm sure I'll have many, many, many more opportunities to mess around with it and try to influence people. But I really, really like it. The fact that I didn't just get, like, easily all the outcomes that I desired, I think is really cool. Like, it's kind of opaque in some ways, which is like, I don't know, I'm glad it's not super transparent yet. It feels a little magical and a little unpredictable and a little, like, real. So I really like that. But now we'll proceed with the story.
エスフロスト公国は鉄でできている。人も武器も決して折れぬ。そうち、
まさにその通りだ。
総帥閣下。ご会談中、申し訳ありません。
Salt dealers.
なるほど。手だれの増援が必要だな。
それと、例の恩赦の件ですが。
考えは変わらん。決定事項だ。
承知しました。
ご一同。折り入って相談がある。この男はシクレス。我が国の治安維持を担う憲兵の長だ。
ということは、
The Constable。
塩の密売組織が見つかった。しかし、折悪く事件が重なり、人員が足らない。摘発のため、機構らの力を貸して。
スカーフロス。
それは。
セレノア様、塩の問題は複雑です。迂闊に関わる
の。確かに塩の問題はいろいろと厄介だ。私も。
要は悪党を懲らしめろということでしょう。やりましょう、若。
I mean, I'm of a mind with you here, Eridor.
賛成だ。大書院を案内してもらった恩も返したい。
わかりました。
助かる。詳しいことはシクレスから聞いてもらいたい。
はい。では、憲兵。
Let's save our game. So, main story, Constable Sicrus, in charge of maintaining the peace in Aesfrost, has a secret matter to discuss with Serenoa.
Maさかウォルホート家の協力が得られるとは恐縮です。
シクレス殿、まず状況を詳しく説明してもらいたい。
はい。我が国は塩の裏取引に悩まされています。ハイサンドが課す高額な円税に端を発する問題です。
広告が支払う円税が高額だとは聞いているが、一体どれほどなのだ。
そうですね。塩一握りを買う金があれば、家族が一月ほど食うに困りません。
そんなに高いのか。
それゆえ、不正な塩に手を出す者が絶えないのです。
違法だが貧しい人々にとっては必要悪。厳しく取り締まれば民の恨みを買うことになるでしょう。
気軽に受けるべきではなかったか。
総帥閣下にうまく誘導されてしまいましたね。
God. One should never feel too safe around him. Man, we're playing right into the ruling class's hands. There's lots of layered thinking in this game. I love it. Like, the decisions you make seem to in the story here anyway, like, have all these unintended consequences. You have to think things through and how different constituencies will think about them, and it's really fascinating.
Yeah, 受けると決めたのは私だ。複雑な問題だが、総帥直々の依頼を無下にはできない。
And I wonder if I didn't have the decision, yes or no, because of the way that my convictions have played out up to this point. That would just be incredibly fascinating to know if there was a branch point there. But my Serenoa was of a mind, you know, just his character is such that, yes, he would absolutely do this. But he may not if he were played a different way.
本来塩の売り上げの一部は国の利益ですが、不正な塩が増えればそれは少なくなる。エスフロスト公国にとっては捨ておけない問題なんですよ。
その通りです。民の苦境は十分理解しています。しかし秩序を守らなければ必ずほころびが出る。国家ともなればなおさらです。
事情は分かった。
All this because I didn't want my wife's feelings to get hurt, and now we are here we are this, like, helping the cops maintain the status quo of the social fabric.
我々はどう動けばいい？
すでに密偵を使って密売人たちの居場所は掴んでいます。取引は今夜密偵がおびき出したところに踏み込む手はずです。
分かった。では夜までに町の様子を調べておこう。
I'd best get my bearings, perhaps a walk around the city, and the archives is in order. Merchants. Some merchants are open for business during the exploration phase, and may be selling rare items you'll not find at the provisioner in the encampment. It'll be wise to speak with any shopkeeper you meet. I have a duty to stamp out the illicit salt trade, no matter how much ire I draw from the people in doing so. What good is the rule of law if I allow this to continue unhindered? The duchy would all but collapse. Hi, Hewitt. The constabulary is conspicuously present. No doubt, watching for signs of illegal salt trading. Merchant. Welcome. How can I be of service today? The itinerant merchant. We have 200 coins. Ice type magic here would just be, there will be no point in it. Ooh. I would like a couple of oil jugs. And then we could light some terrain on fire. Be sick. I await your next visit. Oh, Frederica, you want me to make a decision? Proper salt is expensive, yeah, but don't worry, I can save some money, if you like. The Archduke respects our independence. It is our duty to prove we are worthy of such trust. They'll pay you for as much iron as you can haul out of the mine, but it's not easy money. Comes with the tax paid in sweat and blood. Only in Aesfrost can you go to sleep a pauper and awake richer than a prince. Obtain HP recovery pellet. Mwahaha, I'm stealing from you. I'm stealing things from you, citizen. Did you know the Duchy's army has a contingent mounted on hawks? Makes fighting over the mountains easier, see? Hello, kitty. It always strengthens your conviction when you talk to cats in this game. I don't know what meters are moving, but I find that hilarious. How are you finding the Duchy? Has anything about our way of life caught your attention? The advantages that ironmongering affords the Duchy are quite evident. For all the freedom you enjoy, I couldn't help but notice the poverty of the people. I admire your commitment to education. Is it true that any and all may make use of the archives? I gotta be transparent, I think. I mean, I'm trying to appease is like has gotten me to some bad outcomes. I do admire their commitment to education, but the poverty. I shan't deny it. Many of them say the salt tariffs drove them to ruin. Building our society around iron mining and smelting has made us mighty, but not invulnerable. Our people are not guaranteed to find work at high wages, for example. We grant the freedom of opportunity, not success. Freedom and meritocracy do not easily mix, I see. The Duchy is harsh, but I believe it is good. Rudolph, do you reckon they'll actually pardon me? Guess I'll find out, seeing as I've already agreed to help. Is there a door? Hey, buddy. We must tighten security in the city. If we stop even one sale of illicit salt, it will be worth it. Our spy tells us an illegal sale will take place here this very evening. Everyone knows that Lord Svarog is Archduke Gustaf's uncle, sure. I didn't pronounce that name correctly. It's a tough one. What they don't know is that he'll never be Archduke, for he's the son of a concubine, so, well, let's just leave it at that. Pressing buttons to see if I get anything. Action button press. Alright. You have nothing. You did give me a little info. That's nice of you. Alright, I'll go off. I see you up there, Anna. I'll come talk to you in a moment. Okay, I've already chatted with you. Let's go in here. I'll take as much salt as this will buy. Aye, that'll get you this much. There you are. Is that all? I could swear it bought more. Costs more to get it now, I'm afraid. This is the best I can do. I'll be out of house if this keeps up, but we can't go without. I had no idea salt was so expensive. Mind you, I wouldn't call what we pay in Glenbrook cheap, but it's damn sight less than this. The illegal salt's only cheaper because it's dodging tax. Of course, it's nowhere near as good. They're cutting it with inferior stuff. I don't know where they're getting it, but I'd be out of business if I sold at their prices. Obtain 600 gold. Obtained poison recovery pellet times 2. Why, thank you. Thank you for your generous gifts. Grab a firestone. And while we're here, we'll grab some materials. All right. Whoops. The duchy spends a small fortune on salt imports, given the distance. Salt itself is ever more expensive, so they hire guards to protect it. Guards need to be paid. The cost is passed to the people. I love the slow flow of lava. Ah, stop. General Evlora's predecessor was a woman as well. She retired after the Salt Iron War, but she was a warrior the likes of which we'd never see again. Until General Evlora took her place, that is. Rumor has it she's the second coming. Entered the Asphrosty archives? Not yet. Give me just a sec here. Let me talk to whoever's up here. Lord Dragon is desperate to make his grand entrance on the political stage. We're desperate for his actions to match his ambition. Not that Thalos will formally recognize him anyhow. Dragon's on the wrong side of a fork in the bloodline 2 generations back. This path leads to the Ironstone. I cannot let you pass. You'll find the ironworks, our pride and joy, over in the Ironstone. The heat from it is what keeps us going. And the heat is the thing. See, it's what gives our iron the strength it's known for. I got a firestone. Oh, an HP recovery pellet. Alright, I would like to enter the archives now. Obtain timber. I used to see a rather eccentric woman in here all the time, but she's not shown her face in many moons now. She was incredibly fond of rocks, as I recall, and intelligent beyond her years. I wonder what became of her. All of us are researchers, yes. Ah, but what sort and what truths do we pursue? Ask and you may find a common answer among us. Some shift focus as it suits the army. Others pursue a single academic thread for decades. Tell me, as someone not of the duchy, how would you use such a collection of finely honed intellects? Research leads to wisdom that lasts for generations. All of it is worthwhile. Knowledge should not be a vehicle for fame and fortune. All should be free to study what they please. I ask you in response, what joy is there in a study that does not benefit the nation? I'll go with knowledge should not be a vehicle for fame and fortune. All should be free to study what they please. I think. I mean, all of it is worthwhile. All should be free to study what they please. That is sweet, sweet music to my ears, sir. Alas, it is from a world more forgiving than our own. In our little meritocracy, those who produce results reap the benefits of having more resources at their disposal. Thus, what begins as a carefree inquisition rarely remains so. Curiosity is infinite, funding is not. You'll find no greater example of our ironworking prowess than the armor that adorns the Black Irons. No other nation can match the output of our foundries. We aim to keep it that way. Spoken like a true soldier, I cannot deny him pride in the duchy's achievements. I have no doubt the Black Irons are as formidable as he claims. You learned about the might of Aesfrost. So their sigil, their crest and coat of arms is a snowflake but red like fire and lava. Roland. Have you heard the story of General Evlora? If the duchy soldiers are to be believed, she began as a lowly foot soldier and rose all the way to general. Clearly, might and skill carry one quite far in the duchy. I'd wager she's no match for the Dawn Spear, but she's a force to be reckoned with. Well, my friend, let me tell you, she could beat the Dawn Spear. pretty sure. I've come to study the mining techniques of the Esfrosti, seeing as we'll be working side by side in the mines. And study I shall. Every tome I've opened has so much to teach me. Good thing too, seeing as they pride themselves on their mining. May I never again see destruction like the Salt Iron War unleashed upon Norzalia. It took many moons for the duchy and the Holy State to rebuild their capitals and domains in the aftermath. I shudder to think what would have become of the continent of Glenbrook, of the continent had Glenbrook not intervened, rather. Added children's textbook, Salt and Norzalia to notes. Well, we're going to look at that now. On the condition of Salt and Norzalia. What is something that humans absolutely cannot survive without? Yes, that is water. And question A. Water is easy enough to come by. Our realm is crisscrossed by rivers, and it is a simple matter to dig a well. Salt, on the other hand, is exceedingly rare. In all of Norzalia, it can be found only in question B, located in the vast deserts of Hazant. All salt is regulated by question C, the Norzalia Consortium. How much it costs at the market changes depending on how much salt tax is added, which is figured from factors such as production and manufacturing expenses. So water and salt are things that we can't survive without, and in all of Norzalia, salt is found only at the source, located in the vast deserts of Hazant. Things we mostly knew. Okay, we can't go there. We want to go up here, where Benedict is, and Gila. The sheer number of tomes in the archives can be overwhelming as it is, and yet there are even more that never see the light of day. A collection of tightly restricted works rests beneath the main archives. One needs special dispensation to even lay eyes on them. The duchy takes great pains to open wide the gates of knowledge and education. The people are free to pursue their studies as they see fit, and any may rise to prominence on their own merits regardless of station. I mean, we heard sort of different from the scholar down there, but this is undoubtedly one of the duchy's strengths. The goddess of Salt's teachings tell us that Roselle must bear the stain of their collective sins from birth. Well, that's sucky teaching. Okay, we'll leave the archives. I want to say we've gotten everything that we can in exploration mode here. So we'll end it. I believe I have the lay of the land now. I should make my way back to Sir Sicrus and await nightfall. Okay. So, we're not going to be able to pursue this battle today on this stream. I'm going to save it. We'll see. Let's actually, so it's recommended that you be at level 4 for this battle. And only Anna is at level 4. I wonder if we should then, maybe off camera, I might fight a mock battle to get our XP up and to fight the one that we haven't fought. But thank you everybody for hanging out and tuning in to Triangle Strategy this morning. I hope this was fun. I had a lot of fun. Such a fascinating game. Please follow us on Twitch here if you've enjoyed watching. If you want to support us elsewhere, you can subscribe over on YouTube, on Twitter. Warui Deshou is there. You know, if you happened upon this stream and you're wondering what Warui Deshou is, we're a media podcast, anime first, but we also talk about, you know, films and games and things like that. You can find us on any podcatcher. And if you want to support us, you know, the pod, of course, rate and review us on iTunes, or rather, it's an Apple Podcast now, Spotify, or wherever. And link to donate to our Ko-fi is in the description below this video, coffee.com/Warui Deshou. Thanks, everybody. See you later. Oh, I should say, before we sign off, Shadon, we have Shadon's stream of Final Fantasy XIV coming up later today. It should be really good. Check it out. Peace.